I just wish all of this would go away. And the only reason I am saying something, and I got on here, because my friend is injured and he is hurt mentally and physically.
What's going on, heavy hitters? Welcome if this is your first time. Welcome back if it is not. Thank you for coming and sitting up in Heavy Hitterville with your boy, the Heavy Hitter. Baby, listen, when you thought this Chrisean Rock and James Wright Chanel stuff was over, here comes the tour manager, someone who we didn't even know existed because we thought the other boy was a tour manager. Isn't that what he said? He is now giving his version of what he experienced, and it sounds pretty believable because at the end, baby, he goes into prayer. Y'all, come on back and let's have this heavy conversation. All right, heavy hitters, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go straight into hearing the tour manager's iteration or his version of what happened with Chrisean and James. So let's hear it.
I hate that I even have to do this. But I'm going to tell, because I'm going to tell the truth and what the truth is. My problem is this. I was in the room. I was next to James. It was me, James, David, Mooney, Tamar in that room. I want to address the assault. That's what I want to address right now, because that is what is at question. And what is at question is the assault. And it breaks my heart that we even have to go this route and even have to go back and forth on social media. For those that don't know, I am the tour manager for Tamar Braxton, the Love and War Tour. And what I'm going to address is the assault. We were in the room. At the end of the show, Chrisean walked up to Tamar. Troy brought her out a cake. Tamar put her hands in the cake. She had a right hand full of cake and some cake in her mouth. And Chrisean came out and was like, "Where you going, sis? Gotta go on stage." And I'm looking like, huh? Like, what's happening? And Tamar like, the show is over. What do you mean? She said, "I'm about to go on stage." And she's like, "Huh? You ain't been out? You haven't went out there already?" Because she was supposed to go out during the twerk session. She hadn't been out. Chrisean hadn't been out. So I was like, "Come on, ladies, let's just take this in the dressing room." So we went in the dressing room. And in the dressing room, it was me, Tamar, and Chrisean. Tamar was trying to figure out why didn't Chrisean go out during the twerk session? And she's looking at me, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, Chrisean, I don't know why she didn't go out. So Chrisean breaks down and starts crying. And I felt bad, and the Holy Ghost in me, because I carry it everywhere with me, I began to give her a hug and everything like that, because I like Chrisean. I like her. And, and I was like, I don't want to see nobody with their feelings hurt, or I don't want nobody feeling some sort of way, because there was a big line of miscommunication that took place. So I began to try to comfort her and hug her and be like, no, don't cry, because it's not that, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was trying to, I don't want you to feel no sort of way. And this was just in the dressing room. And this was me, Chrisean, and Tamar at the time. As the time went on, Chrisean was explaining that this happens to her all the time, and she felt some sort of way because she felt embarrassed. She felt embarrassed, and she felt like, that this was just like, shouldn't happen to her, because, she was just prepared to go out during the twerk session, and that time had come and she didn't go out. So Tamar is still asking, like, well, what happened? What happened? Why didn't she go out? And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what happened too. So David and Mooney come in. They both do makeup. And we're all at this point talking about what happened. Tamar is saying, Mooney, what happened? Mooney was saying that Chrisean was not on the side of the stage when it was time for the twerk part. Mooney is a choreographer, and he also does makeup. Mooney was saying Chrisean was not on the side of the stage. So, like, well, what happened? Well, who was there? Who can, like, what? Everybody's screaming, what happened? At this point, Chrisean is like, yes, I was on the side of the stage. I was there. And I was like, okay. And I'm trying to calm everybody down. Just let's do this a peaceful conversation, because Chrisean is upset. She's very upset. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, okay, let's calm down. Like, everybody, let's talk this thing out or whatever. And then a few more talking. And then James comes in the room. So at this point, it's me, Chrisean, David, Mooney, Tamar, James. James comes in the room and notices that Chrisean is upset. By the mirror, Chrisean is on the right-hand side. James is right next to her. He was consoling her. And I was literally right next to James. And Tamar asking James, well, what happened? Why didn't Chrisean go out there during the twerk session? And James said, we was looking for her on the side of the stage, and she was not on the side of the stage. And Chrisean got very upset, and she was like, I was on the side of the stage. I was there. Where else would I go, man? You lying? Like, that's cap. I was on the side of the stage. Like, I was there on the side of the stage. And James said, no, you wasn't. We called for you there. Chrisean said, say I wasn't there one more time. Say I wasn't there on the side of the stage one more time. James was like, I'm telling you, we was calling you and you bop, 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 bop. I'm like, oh, shit. Literally happened just like that. And here I am, like, this girl just hit this boy a couple of times with them big-ass rings on her finger. And I'm just like, no, this is not happening. This is not happening. This is not happening. I get Chrisean to the other side of the room. At this point, James' face is leaking with blood. She going off saying, man, that's cap, da-da-da-da-da. Everybody is shocked. And I mean shocked because, mind you, I like Chrisean. I'm still at this moment trying to de-escalate everything. Like, I don't want this to go left. Like, this is crazy. This is all craziness. And I'm like, Chrisean, you gotta calm down. Everybody, you gotta calm down. Like it's a lot of yelling. At this point, Mooney and James, get her ass out of here. Da, da, da. You know, I'm like, okay, everybody calm down. I got Chrisean on my right-hand side. Now she's at the back. The door is right there. I'm blocking Chrisean on here. Because at this point, she don't go. She like, well, what's up? Like, her defense is all the way up now. And people trying to get in the door. And I'm stopping people from coming in the door. Troy was one of the people that I stopped from coming in the door. And I'm like, okay, y'all, we got to talk this out. We cannot, this is crazy. Tamar walks over to Chrisean. That is like, she said, that is like my blood brother. You cannot just go hitting my blood brother in his face. What is wrong with you? What's happening? All of this is going on. Everybody's emotions are on 100. And then Chrisean, I got Chrisean out of the room when Bandcamp came in the room. Bandcamp came in the room, got Chrisean out of the room, and that was that. I walked out of the room, and I called the police. So in the video that she just made and said, well, why wasn't the police there? Why wasn't this there? And actually, to tell the truth, there were 28 security guards in that building that day from the Novo security team. 28. I went to the head of security at Novo, and I asked them, I said, I need somebody to get up here right now. Somebody has just been assaulted. They asked me questions. They said, who? I said, James. I said, can you call the police? You know what Novo told me? Novo said they cannot call the police. I had to call the police. I went and called 911. You can call 911 or public records. You can call 911. You can check the records. Right after immediately happened, I called 911. It took the police over 2 hours to get to the Novo. I was not leaving until the police came. I was not leaving until the police came. It took the police over 2 hours to get to the Novo. The police did come. A police report was reported. This whole incident is horrific. It's crazy. And then for everybody to jump online to say something about Tamar is wild. Everybody say James is lying is wild. Nobody had nothing against Chrisean. I love Chrisean. I love the ratchetness. I love the rowdiness. I love watching her on Zeus. I love her with the baddies east, west, north, south, all of that. Chrisean said one thing that was absolutely correct when she did her live today. She said, I'm that bitch. God got me. And she's absolutely correct. For somebody of her stature to come from where she came from and to somehow manage to garnish the hearts of over 5 million people that follow her on Instagram, yes, she is that bitch. For somebody to have a song that a whole stadium can recite, yes, she is that bitch. For somebody who can have a hit reality TV show, I'm sorry, yes, she is that bitch. And for somebody to say otherwise, they are clearly hating. She is that bitch. But guess what? Chrisean hit the wrong bitch. Because guess who else is that bitch? James Wright Chanel. And he did nothing to her. He did nothing to her. He was consoling her. And she popped him a couple of times. And that's why his face looked like it looked. And if you are in the public eye multiple times like you are, you would not show your face either. I was there when the police came. I was there when the police left. I literally flew to New York the next day, hopped on a plane, flew back to LA because it was just a lot going on. And it was just like, I hate that all of this is happening. I hate that all of this is happening. I hate that everybody trying to blame Tamar. I hate that everybody trying to now always talk all this stuff because this tour, Love and War, we are supposed to be celebrating 10 years of a great album, an album that helps so many people through whatever times. Music saves people. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to be celebrating. And for this to happen, I hate it. 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 I hate it with everything inside of me. And I really wasn't going to say anything. I don't like to get into drama. I don't like to say anything. I stay neutral in a lot of things. I don't like to take people's sides. I stay neutral. Right is right and wrong is wrong. But when I got online and I seen the DJ Sky, and Chrisean was saying, I didn't hit anybody. I did this. No, that's not true. And y'all know it's not true. And Bandcamp did not have the music. Y'all know he didn't have the music. And the videos that you're seeing we do a tribute to Tracy, which is what we do before we end the show with Love and War and Tamar comes out. How did Chrisean get the microphone? Because the iconic, legendary Toni Braxton had a microphone on the side of the stage. And when she walked off the stage on her set, she had that microphone still sitting over there. That's how she got that microphone, because that microphone was on the side of the stage. She was not supposed to come out on Love and War. Love and War is the ending of the tour. So when she's out there, of course, what is Tamar supposed to do? Hey, y'all, this is my sister. Tamar had no idea she hadn't came out there before because Tamar was in the back or whatever. The Bandcamp did not have the music. As you see, she was up there trying to airdrop the music to him. I'm the one who told DJ Sky to get off of the stage because at that point, I really honestly didn't know what was going on. And I was like, yo, you got to get off the stage. This is a whole production going on. Like, what are you doing? Like, you got to move. And she wasn't taking to what I was saying. She's like, I'm DJ Sky. I'm Chrisean's DJ. And I was like, oh, okay, you got to go, though, because we in a show, babe. Like, you got to go. And when I tell you I was being nice and I'm not taking no sides or anything like that, my spirit, everybody who knows me, you can try the spirit by the spirit. You know me. You know me. You know me, and I'm not a mean person. Now, I can have some choice words. But in this case, I love Chrisean. That's the crazy thing. I love it. But it wasn't a vibe that night. It was just like, it was like horrible. And I just wish that it was a vibe because it would have, been great. And the only reason I am saying something, and I got on here because my friend is injured and he is hurt mentally and physically. And I don't like that because we came to do a show. We came to get the people what they wanted. The people had an amazing time at the show. Everything was great. And then to hear somebody say, whatever she said, be careful or something like that. Baby, let me tell you something. You say you love God and God is this. The weapons will form, but they will not prosper. The weapons will form, but they will not prosper. And sometimes what people really need in life is a good reality check. And as much as I love Chrisean and as much as I love the ratchetness, there is a time and a place for everything. And it really, really, really was a horrible situation. And I'm just like, you make it. And Tamar really, I'm like, it was like damned if you say something and damned if you don't. She was, trying to say something so that everybody won't think that, okay, well, what type of friend is her? She's not saying anything. But it's like, I knew all of this shit would happen. Like, I knew everything that's happening, I knew would happen because I know how social media can take something and run with it. I know how social media can take something and run with it. But no, the police were called. I called the police. I called 911. If anybody wants to go get the records, I'm sure you can pull them up from the Los Angeles County or whatever district we was at the Novo and pull them up and go hear it for yourself, And I was not the only one that called 911. Chris Sibley called 911 as well, So I don't worry about people threatening and doing anything like that because let me tell you, the joy of the Lord is my strength. Chrisean, if you're listening to this, I know you know this face because I was the one that was giving you a hug and telling you everything's going to be all right. And guess what? Everything still is going to be all right because there's some issues and things that I feel that you probably need to deal with, that people have done you wrong for such a long time. You take the anger out on the wrong people. We were there to love on you. Nobody was hating. Nobody was doing anything else. Everybody's turning this into something that is not. You have been hurt for so long by so many people, used and abused, and it's not fair to you. It's not. And it's not fair to the people who get the end of the stick of you arguing. So we're going to end this in prayer. Father God, we come to you today. God, tell you, thank you. Thank you for waking us up this morning. Thank you.
Well, my heavy hitters, for those of you that have made it this far, thank you so much. As you can see, he has gone into prayer. He's praying for Chrisean. Baby, he is too detailed for this not to be true. So, y'all say what you want, think what you want. Chrisean, you hit him, and you're going to jail. You're going to jail. As Funky Dineva would say. Y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Look at my other videos. Welcome to Heavy Hitterville. Make sure you stick around. Let's do what we do. Tell me your thoughts, and I'll share mine. Until the next time, y'all be easy. Peace.